Back and enjoy as we bring you one of the greatest sporting spectacles on earth, the Super Bowl. Welcome to Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Gus Johnson along with Chris Collinsworth. And welcome to this exhibition clash between the Lions and the Browns. Who do you see as the key players for this matchup, Chris?
Well, Gus, I've got my eyes on the two quarterbacks in this one. I had a chance to talk to both of these guys, obviously guys that have experience in this situation. They've been here before, and yet it's always so interesting. You can see a different look in their eyes when they're warming up. You know that they know the significance of these matchups, and it just adds another level of excitement to the football game. When you're talking about this kind of talent on the field, this should be a really good one. I know you're excited. I'm excited. Let's get it going.
Interesting, Chris. Great storyline here today, and we'll follow that storyline as this game moves on.
Guys, if they find a short receiver here, make sure our safeties abandon their zone and get to the ball. Alright guys, listen up. We're sending some extra heat at the quarterback on this blitz. So let's hope we force a bad decision, and the guys that are dropping back in the zones can make a big play.
He rolls out to the right. He's looking to run.
Yeah, I don't think that was a designed quarterback run on that one. He simply couldn't find anybody open, saw a running lane, and boy, that didn't stay open for very long either.
The coaches have to be disappointed with that effort.
Yeah, their poor defense didn't even have time to go over and get a glass of water. All of a sudden, the punter's back on the field, and the defense has to go play again.
He'll field it at the 17.
That was really a good effort. There wasn't a ton of room for him to run, but he was able to get up the field, get a few yards. You never get upset with a punt return guy like that. It wasn't spectacular, but he got the job done.
He gets tackled and goes down at the 42.
Okay, after a gain like that, why not come right back at him? Follow your blocks, see if you can break this one.
It's the tailback. The stop was made by Landon Johnson. Harrison runs for a nice gain of 6 yards.
Okay, let's pound the ball right up the middle on this run. If they blitz, maybe we can evade and turn it into a big gain.
Here's the give. They get 3 yards on the play. That brings up 3rd down.
Okay, we're close to a 1st down here. Let's hand it off and see if we can push forward to move the chains.
Another run. And he makes it out to about the 47.
Okay, I want to establish the run early on. Let's try to move the ball here on first down and set the tone for the rest of the game.
Harrison on the inside handoff. Harrison gains about a yard on the play.
Your wideout's going to run a post here. If there's single coverage, throw it deep. Let him go up and get it.
Loads it up. Looking end zone. He's got it. Touchdown! Dawson adds the extra point. Cleveland is up 7. Let's take a look at the drive summary presented by Verizon, the official wireless service sponsor of the NFL. And he gets the ball at the 5. Gets to about the 24 before going down. Still a lot of time left, but at the end of 1, the score, 7-0.
All right, listen up. Our safeties are covering the deep pass, and we have a linebacker spying on the quarterback. Keep your eyes open and jump on that pass.
And the tackle was made by Fujita. Just barely gets rid of it.
When you get that kind of pressure, a lot of times the play will result in something worse than just an incompletion.
Okay, I know we got them 3rd and long, but don't get caught napping if they run the draw.
Hit as he throws. Nate Burleson was the intended receiver on the play.
Well, the defense didn't get the sack, but they got the next best thing, and that was a bad throw.
The Browns have everyone on the line. Looks like they are coming after this one. He makes it out to the 49.
With our offensive line, we should be able to get our halfback into their secondary on this play.
Handoff up the middle. Harrison picks up about 4 yards on the carry.
Okay, let's pound the ball right up the middle on this run. If they blitz, maybe we can evade and turn it into a big game.
Julian Peterson was there for the stop. 4 yards on the carry. And now it's 3rd down. He's going to throw it. The pass is tipped. Cribbs was his intended target. And they can really put their opponent in bad field position with a good punt here. And the ball is down at the 1.
When you go for a punt to pin a team deep in their own territory, the last thing you want to have happen is to have it end up in the end zone for a touchback, because it just is a letdown for the punt team. Now you've got them backed up inside the 10-yard line. Nice play.
Guys, if they find a short receiver here, make sure our safeties abandon their zone and get to the ball. We have extra guys in man coverage to double up the receivers. We aren't going to let their big threats hurt us.
And it's tipped away. Brian Johnson was the intended receiver.
All right, guys, listen up. We're sending some extra heat at the quarterback on this blitz. So let's hope we force a bad decision. And the guys that are trying...
He needs to get rid of it.
I can't believe they just let that happen. How do you give up a safety in that situation? Unbelievable.
He's wrestled down at the 44-yard line. Their last drive ended with a 3-and-out. He's looking over the top. It is an incomplete pass. Cribbs was the intended receiver on the play.
Okay, your wideout's going to make a break to the corner here, so let him get deep. You're out of the shotgun to buy time, and you need to put some heat on the ball so it gets there before the defender does.
Hammered as he lets it go. He's tackled at the 30.
This is a guy who is so good against the blitz. People try to come after him, but he has an ability inside that pocket to make a defender miss, sidestep somebody, buy a little time, and get that big completion.
Julian Peterson with the coverage on the play.
Take a 5-step drop, then look for your wideout on this hitch route. Don't try to do too much, just fire a strike, let him make the play.
Gets the pass off. They get him down, but it's going to be a 1st and goal for the Browns.
Power versus power on this play. Hand it off, put your head down, keep your feet moving until you hear the whistle.
Harrison on the run.
Nice call there by the defensive coordinator, coming with the outside linebacker blitz, which really put some pressure on this group up front.
Landon Johnson was there to bring him down. That's a 2-yard gain.
As a quarterback, you really want to make that pre-snap read, and it's kind of hard to not see the middle linebacker. He came on the blitz that time, and sometimes you just need to get out of a play like that.
The Browns take 7 plays to cover 55 yards and ended with a trip to the end zone. Phil Dawson adds the extra point. And he gets the ball at the 5. Gets to about the 24 before going down.
All right, guys, let's hope our blitzer can sneak in there behind the pass rush. He needs to chase down their back if they hand it off.
Hand off to the right side. And he's tackled at the 30. 6-yard pickup, second down.
We aren't going to concede any yards over the middle here. If they try it, bust their receiver right when the ball gets there and force the incompletion.
Rolling out to his right. And he delivers a huge hit. Cribbs takes it at the 12. Takes it back to the 33.
Let's make a big push with our offensive line. We should be able to get our halfback into their secondary on this play.
They hand it off. 9-yard pickup. That brings up second down.
Let's make a big push with our offensive line. We should be able to get our halfback into their secondary on this play.
On the ground, up the middle.
The Browns go to the ground game and find more success. And it worked out pretty well in the first half, so they're probably going to stick with it, and why not?
Okay, if the defense is in man coverage, let your wide receiver cut across and make space. Then, after your 5-step drop, zing it to him.
He passes it. Complete. Nice catch.
Pretty athletic play for a big guy. I tell you, as a quarterback, you see somebody make a play like that, you want to come back again and again.
Let's make a big push with our offensive line. We should be able to get our halfback into their secondary on this play.
Delhomme will hand it off. They get 3 yards on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's make a big push with our offensive line. We should be able to get our halfback into their secondary on this play.
Delhomme gives it up the middle. Harrison gains about 4 yards on the play.
Hey, we gonna do what we do.
Your wideout's gonna cut quick, but take a 5-step drop, let him hook back after he starts on his slant.
Passes it downfield. Finally brought down, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Okay, let's finish this drive with 6 points. Hand it to the back and let him smash into the line of scrimmage. If one of our guys up front can get a push, we're in.
Harrison on the handoff. He's dropped down at the 4.
Their goal line defense is going to bring pressure, but you should be able to find an open receiver on a quick route. Just put a little heat on it.
Passes to the end zone. 3rd down coming up after that incompletion.
Okay, read the D and find an open man before you snap the ball. Once the play starts, get rid of it quick, and we may be able to beat them for 6.
Looking end zone.
He was going for the end zone, but the pressure that time on the blitz forced a bad throw, and that really was the difference on that one.
And the kick is good. And with that, the score is the Browns 19, the Lions nothing. This is a good opportunity to take a look at the drive summary presented by Verizon. And he gets the ball at the 5. He gets out to the 28-yard line.
All right, listen up. Our safeties are covering the deep pass, and we have a linebacker spying on the quarterback. Keep your eyes open and jump on that pass.
And he's hit as he lets go of the ball.
All right, guys, listen up. We've accounted for anything down the middle of the field, but there still is room down the sidelines if one of their receivers breaks free.
Short pass to his left. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. The Lions start this final quarter with the ball. Time is against them.
All right, guys, listen up. We're sending some extra heat at the quarterback on this blitz. So let's hope we force a bad decision, and the guys that are dropping back in the zone.
Dumps it out left.
And that's a throw you just expect a professional quarterback to make. He doesn't miss those wide open throws like that very often.
All right, this is pretty much the game here. Stop them now, and we should be able to run down the clock and get the win.
Searching for an open man. He's wrestled down at the 48-yard line.
All right, guys, let's hope our blitzer can sneak in there behind the pass rush. He needs to chase down their back if they hand it off.
On the ground, up the middle.
Okay, we have some deep protection to go along with our man coverage, but remember, we have linebackers covered.
These days, if you're good enough throwing the football, you can make conservative pass calls that are essentially like run plays.
right, we have a few guys back in zone to prevent the big play, but they'll still be able to find some holes if they try to pass it short on this one.
Looks to throw it. He's brought down at the 19. And that was a huge gain through the air.
There's nothing like a big pass play to spark an offense. You can see the enthusiasm now, not just in the quarterback and the receivers, but also in those big guys up front.
All right, great job getting a sack on first down. You're in his head now. Even if you don't sack him here, try to hurry him and force him.
He is going to consistently throw your offense off balance because of all the blitzes he's going to throw at him. You have to anticipate blitz on every snap when you play against this guy.
All right, we need to get the ball back for our offense. If they catch it short, I want 11 men running towards that ball.
Comes down with it. Touchdown!
Matthew Stafford had several options on that play, including maybe taking off and running with it, but he's got such great confidence in his arm and his receivers, he was able to make it happen.
And under 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Your score, the Lions 7, the Browns 19. Let's take a look at the drive summary presented by Verizon.
Let's make a big push with our offensive line. We should be able to get our halfback into their secondary on this play.
Harrison gets the carry. Harrison picks up about 4 yards on the carry.
All right, we're going to run a halfback dive here. Hold on to the football, follow your blocks, and we'll be golden. Okay, let's not get greedy here. We have the lead, so just hand the ball off to your back and keep the clock moving.
Harrison takes it up the middle. So the defense calls a timeout. And that was their first timeout.
Okay, let's go with a halfback dive here. Nothing too fancy, just follow your blocks up the gut.
They go with the run. The Lions will take their second timeout of the half.
Okay, we have the lead and the ball. Let's hand it to our back and have him run some clock.
Brought down behind the line.
And as a quarterback, you have to start to recognize that. You just can't allow that safety to keep sniffing around that eighth man in the box and not throw the football. Essentially, they're daring this offense to throw it, and they're not taking advantage.
See if we can pick up the first down through the air on this play.
Here's the pass. They bring him down, and it's first down and goal.
Power versus power on this play. Hand it off, put your head down, keep your feet moving until you hear the whistle.
Harrison gets another carry.
One score is nice, but two, that is really special. And ask any fantasy football player out there, if this guy's on your team, you're almost as happy as he is right now.
And he gathers it at the 6-yard line. He gets to about the 27 and goes down. He gets off the throw.
Anytime you give up that quick pressure like that, very seldom are those passes completed.
Okay, we have some deep protection to go along with our man coverage, but remember, we have linebackers covering guys who are faster than them, so watch the short.
Flips it out short to his left. Johnson makes his third catch of the game. Here's the throw. He's loose and running strong. He's dropped down right around the 20-yard line by T.J. Ward. Fires it in the end zone. The defender tips it away. Can you believe it? Congratulations, Cleveland. Your Browns are the Super Bowl 45 champions. It's been a very long road to get here. The memories of the fumble and the shock of the drive loom large for 2 decades. But the road is now paved with Lombardi gold. Those old memories can be erased, replaced by this epic charge to become champions. These passionate fans and these players found a way to believe, and the dog pound can proudly howl about their victory. Now more than ever, Cleveland rocks. These players have played their entire lives for this moment, from backyard to high school to college and finally the NFL, daydreaming about the chance to be at center stage after the final whistle, to raise the Lombardi trophy, to call themselves Super Bowl champions. With history within reach, they made the plays that mattered most. The highlight reel is set, the plays that will go down in NFL history that brought this battle to its final conclusion. But while one team is covered in the confetti of triumph, the beauty of sport is that there can only be one champion. For the losing team, it's heartbreaking to give so much, to get so close, and to come up empty. You simply can't quantify how much this victory means to these players, how much it means to this city, and how important it is to all these loyal fans that year in and year out give their passionate support. So many superstar players never made it to this pinnacle. For others, it defined their careers. But this win has created a bond between these players that can never be broken, and it will take them to places they could never go before.